When I just lifted my head after a short nap, I saw Pete, the guy I'd had a crush on for ages, being pushed off the platform. I rushed over at once, but no matter how loudly I called his name, he didn't respond. Without a second thought, I jumped down onto the railway tracks. A train was barreling toward us, but I risked my life to save Pete. I sent him to the hospital, yet when the doctor asked for Pete's full name, I had no idea what it was, so I was stopped from entering the ward. I was gonna marry him. A nurse overheard me and mistook me for Pete's fiancé. Pete's family arrived at the hospital soon after. I hurried to explain what had happened.
Who's she?
She's his fiancée. Yeah, Peter's fiancée.
But before I could finish, the doctor came over and asked why I was still hanging around. The police told Pete's family the whole story of how I'd bravely saved him. They were so grateful that they fully accepted me as Pete's fiancée. It had been a long time since they'd seen Pete, so they thought he'd finally found a gentle, kind, and courageous partner. That night, I went to the hospital to see Pete, but he still hadn't woken up. I sat by his bed and poured out my heart. The first time I laid eyes on Pete, I'd been deeply drawn to him, so I looked forward to seeing him every single day. Yet we'd never even exchanged a word. Who would have thought we'd met like this because of a misunderstanding? Everything had happened so suddenly that I didn't get a chance to explain to anyone that I wasn't really Pete's fiancée. But every word I said was heard by Pete's godfather. I stayed by Pete's bedside the entire night. Just as I was about to leave, I ran into Pete's family. They grew even fonder of me and even formally invited me to their house for Christmas Eve. I couldn't bear to turn down their warm invitation, so I made up an excuse about having to go to work and hurried off. I asked my colleague for help, and he suggested I keep this white lie going because Pete's grandma had a heart condition. If I had told the truth, the shock would be too much for her. After struggling with the decision, I showed up at Pete's house with a bunch of flowers. Everyone greeted me warmly. We even took a group photo together, and they prepared a Christmas gift for me too. For the first time in a long while, I felt the warmth of a family at Pete's house. Late at night, Pete's younger brother Jack came home.
Do you like Lucy?
Who's Lucy? No, that's not Peter's fiancée.
He didn't think I was the type of girl Pete would like, so he was suspicious of me. The next day, I'd planned to leave quietly, but Jack stopped me. He didn't believe for a second that I was Pete's fiancée, so he started investigating me. He went to ask my landlord about
The
me,
woman that lives in 201.
I'm dating her.
and the answer he got made him think I was a flirtatious person. Pete's godfather tracked me down and said he knew I wasn't Pete's fiancée. I felt so guilty that I wanted to go tell Pete's family the truth right away, but his godfather stopped me. My arrival had brought Pete and his family closer together, and if I told the truth, it would drive a wedge between them. So I had no choice but to keep pretending to be Pete's fiancée.